These things could happen very quickly if you disagreed.
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive. She just asked, how did that happen?
I believe he was about to explain.
Well, I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. So, Mr. Depp, specifically, how did the injury in this photograph occur?
I'm sure it hit me. Is that better?
Amber is angry at Mr. Rottenborn for having no appeal strategy presented before the crucial deadline. Amber wants her legal team to step up, and she is finally taking the tough decisions. She recently fired her trial lawyer, Elaine Bredehoft, and hired new legal counsel. But it appears that she has decided to give Mr. Rottenborn one more shot, even though he recently committed a huge blunder and had no strategy in place, as the clock is ticking down on a major appeal deadline. Why do you think Amber kept Rottenborn on her team despite his mistake? How much will Rottenborn's errors cost her? Keep on watching to find out. Huge news recently broke on Twitter when Emmy-nominated Law and Crime Network journalist Agneta Levy shared more statement and press release from Amber Heard's team about new counsel and Elaine Bredehoft stepping down. This left people in shock, with many flocking in the replies to get some more clarity. One such user tweeted, "Amber Heard gets rid of Elaine but keeps Rottenborn. What do you think went wrong?" Levy then decided to provide some insight into this, adding, maybe Elaine wanted off as lead counsel. It would be hard for her to appeal based on errors she may have made. Number 2, maybe she wanted off it, period. It seemed tough on her. 3, Rottenborn always seemed more focused on 1A, EB, on makeup claims, photos, etc. This seems to suggest that in Amber's eyes, Rottenborn is the more competent lawyer who is less prone to committing the same mistakes that Elaine made during the trial. There's no way we can forget the comedic errors that Elaine committed when the pressure on her was highest and all the spotlight was on the courtroom.
All right, your next witness.
Order, we'd like to call Laura Amber Heard to the stand.
All right.
Amber.
But this all seems like an odd choice, especially considering that Mr. Rottenborn also had his fair share of mishaps during the trial, and he wasn't very confident when questioning his witnesses, displaying a lack of preparation.
And you had interaction with Debbie Lloyd when you're in the house, correct?
Yes, briefly.
Okay. And isn't it true that in the entire time you were there, you were not informed as to what caused damage to Mr. Depp's finger on March 8th?
Objection, hearsay.
I'm asking what he wasn't told.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Oh,
Next question.
okay. You said he sustained an injury to his finger,
Yes,
but you don't know what caused the injury to his finger.
one of
correct?
his fingers.
But you don't know you don't know how his finger was injured,
I
correct?
don't think anybody mentioned it to me at that time.
Right, no one mentioned it to you at that time, correct?
I don't
Same objection, Your Honor,
recall.
hearsay.
Sorry, I'll allow it. Next question. He answered it.
So why is the news of Elaine being fired from the team breaking news then? Well, this Twitter user has a very interesting theory. According to them, why are people giving this attention over this great news of Johnny Depp? They are trying to overshadow his released news of today, and people are falling for it, referring to the news of Johnny Depp being made the director of Modigliani, a film centered around Italian artist Amedeo Modigliani, produced by Al Pacino. Another clever person added to this theory saying, agreed, exactly what she wants. Deadline is September 4 for appeal. Now, this is very interesting. With the September 4th deadline drawing near and Amber's legal team finding no solutions to the problem, that Amber has still not paid the $8 million suspension bond required to stop Johnny from collecting his damages. It seems that this may have been a distraction ploy. This also falls upon her current lawyer, Rottenborn, since he was supposed to come up with a plan to proceed with Amber's appeal by now, but he has still not made any moves in the court. It does not bode well for Rottenborn and his skills as a lawyer that the judge has already turned down Amber's request to set aside the $10 million judgment awarded against her. This was because Rottenborn was not competent enough to make a strong case on behalf of Heard and was not able to convince the judge to overturn the judgment, despite there being obvious issues with jury selection. This must definitely make Amber extremely mad at Rottenborn. Even though she has decided to keep him on her team for now, that may soon change if he doesn't step up. That's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.